the news this afternoon, FG probes alleged irregularities in contract award. Another business synced today, FG to procure meters through World Bank's finance. On the foreign scene, Zimbabwe announces restrictions amid cholera outbreak. Good afternoon. Welcome to the news update on Honor 103.5 FM. My name is Eyitayo Folorunso. We'll begin this afternoon looking at the story. The federal government has inaugurated a special investigative committee to probe alleged irregularities in different contract awards to the tune of 1.8 billion naira in the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund. Minister of Labour and Employment Simon Lalong inaugurates the five-man committee chaired by the Director of Finance and Account of the Ministry, Isaac Okeye. While reading out terms of reference to the committee, Lalong directs that their investigations must cover self-payment of gratuities to the Managing Director of the agency, Maureen Alagua, while still in office, non-release of promotions as well as irregular employment. The House of Representatives has resolved to oversee the issuance of promissory notes for the judgment debts totally 556,754.58.31 US incurred by the federal government. The lawmakers at a plenary session highlights the need for the payment of critical judgment debts owed by the federal government's ministries, departments and agencies with promissory notes. The resolution was a sequel to the adoption of a motion by the lawmaker representing Surulere Federal Constituency, Lagos State, Lanre Okunlola, stating that addressing the debts would go a long way in ensuring the financial stability of the federal government. The Nigerian Union of Teachers has appealed to the federal government to fulfill the promises made to the union since 2020. The union, while lamenting the plight of Nigerian teachers, says shortage of teachers has become worrisome, especially at the basic and senior secondary sub-education sectors. National President of NUT, Titus Amba, stated this at the 2023 World Teachers Day in Abuja, expressing concerns over the alarming infrastructural deficit prevalent across schools in the country. We'll now bring you some business stories. Federal government is set to procure of 1.25 million meters for Nigerians from the World Bank finance to the tune of 155 million US. According to senior government officials, the move is based on the directive of President Bola Tinubu to halt the estimated billing of electricity consumers by power distribution companies across the country. The meters are to be distributed to the discos at reduced costs to ensure massive deployment under Phase 2 of the National Mass Metering Program of government. On the foreign scene, Zimbabwe's government has introduced restrictions to control cholera outbreak that is suspected to have killed more than 100 people. The measures include suspending some social gatherings, restricting the number of people allowed to attend funerals in areas affected by the outbreak, shaking hands as well as serving of food at funerals. The Health Ministry on Wednesday announced 100 suspected cholera deaths, 30 of which had been confirmed through laboratory tests, noting that there have been confirmed 905 cholera cases out of more than 4,600 suspected cases in the country. Before we end the news update, a recap of the main stories again. The federal government has begun probing alleged irregularities in different contract awards to the tune of 1.8 billion naira in the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund. And the business scene, we told you that federal government is set to procure of 1.25 million meters for Nigerians from the World Bank finance to the tune of 155 million US. And on foreign scene, we informed you that Zimbabwe's government has introduced restrictions to control a cholera